That's when I figured I must be crazy. Because I figured someone should have some kind of a feeling. Something.
Dr. Dietz discovered that by the age of 10, Richard Kuklinski was already showing signs of pathological behavior.
How were you with animals at that age?
Deadly.
Cats, dogs?
Cats, dogs. I used to tie two cats' tails together. I drove over a clothesline and watched them rip each other apart.
How long does it take?
Not long.
Did they both die?
I don't know. I never stood around to see the final thing. I would say eventually they both died because they were both pretty well tore up.
It's gotta be noisy.
It was quite noisy.
What else would you do with cats?
Well, we had the incinerator in the projects there. So I threw a cat in the incinerator. Then I threw a book of matches in there. And through the door, I watched the fire get bigger and bigger, and this cat was running around, trying to get away. Eventually, the fire got too big for him, and he didn't run anymore.
The poor animals, man. They're freaking helpless. They didn't do anything wrong. Oh my god. It takes a special type of person to inflict harm on those who are helpless. Dogs, cats, rabbits, anything of the sort. They don't understand what's happening. Now, this is a clear sign of antisocial personality disorder, also known as psychopathy. When you're around the age of like, I don't know, like 10 to 14-ish, you know, and your preteens type age, this is when this disorder will show. If this disorder runs in your family, you need to pay attention to their behavior as they get older, especially around animals. Torturing animals is a sure sign that a person might have antisocial personality disorder. So for Richard Kuklinski, this is when these traits started to appear, when they started to show up, these curiosities of what happens when I do this to the cats? What happens if I throw them in there? Or maybe it's not a curiosity, maybe it's just, I just want to kill things, you know? So, for him, it seems like it was a curiosity as well, because previously he mentioned shooting someone in an Adam's apple to see how long it would take for them to die. No remorse whatsoever, obviously, but he's curious as to how long it would take. So, we're about to get into his family, his childhood. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.
The fire got too big for him, and he didn't run anymore.
Kuklinski's childhood was characterized by brutality and violence inflicted upon him by his father, Stanley.
What's the worst beating you ever took from your old man?
I don't think there's much difference in any of them. They were all pretty bad. He left his mark on me, pretty much.
And he did most of that before you were, what, 11?
Yes, I was young.
And was that worse when he was drinking?
With Stanley, it didn't really matter whether he was drinking or he wasn't drinking. He was a nasty son of a bitch, and he always will be till the day he died. And even when he died, he was a nasty son of a gun.
Did you go to his funeral?
No, I didn't.
Was there one?
Yes. I didn't like him in life. Why would I want to go see him in death? I was glad he was dead.
So, his father had drinking issues, anger issues, and was very abusive towards his son. So Richard would get beat for absolutely nothing. He would do nothing and still get beat. Whether he deserved it or he didn't deserve it, he would still get beat because that was the kind of father he had. Next is how the mother treated him. So let's go ahead and watch that first before we dive into more analysis.
How about your mom? How was she?
Over the years, I got to dislike my mother a great deal. But now that I have more time to think about it, she was just a victim of her own life.
As a kid, how did you see her?
Hateful. Disliked her a great deal. She didn't believe in sparing a rod either. I mean, she used to hit me with a broomstick if I did something wrong.
Where would she hit you?
Wherever it hit.
Okay, so both his father and his mother were abusive. So as you all know, kids are the DNA from both the mother and the father. So if the father has genes that include anger issues, abusiveness, drinking, and then the mother's genes also include lack of care, lack of love, and also abusiveness. Take those two sides and put them together and you get Richard. This is where nature versus nurture comes into play. So nature consists of the genetic influences. So this would be the abusiveness, the drinking, and the anger issues from the father, and the lack of caring, the lack of love, and also the abusiveness from the mother. So that's the genetic makeup of Richard Kuklinski. Nurture is how social environments play a role in a person's characteristics. If a child with ASPD is shown love and cared for, loved by their parents, not beaten, is extremely cared for and all of that, more than likely they won't be serial killers. If you teach a child how to love, how to care, how to feel empathy, they will grow up with those characteristics, no matter the genetic makeup 9 times out of 10. If a child with all of Richard Kuklinski's genetic makeup is raised in hatred, nothing but hate, abuse, anger, torment, any of that stuff, that's when you get someone like Richard Kuklinski. Someone who is cold-hearted, cold-blooded, will murder anybody who looks at him wrong, is violent, remorseless, and is just a force to be reckoned with. So people who are born fearless, who have ASPD, and is raised in a loving environment, those are the people who are more likely to become bomb technicians, firefighters, police officers even, because they're all brave, so they will go in and risk their lives for other people. That's how social environments play a role in a child. If you teach a child nothing but hate with these extra characteristics like ASPD, fearlessness, remorselessness, then you're going to get something like Richard Kuklinski. It's fascinating to see how someone with the same genetic makeup can be on 2 different levels of scaling when it comes to a great force in society or a force to be reckoned with in society. Also, I want to play back the clip where he talked about his mother beating him. Let's just watch this real quick and then I'll point it out.
She used to hit me with a broomstick if I did something wrong.
Where would she hit you?
Wherever it hit.
Okay, so notice his demeanor when he talks. The psychiatrist asked, where would she hit you with the broomstick? He said, wherever it hurt, he plays it off like it didn't bother him. But if we pay close attention to his nose, you can see that once the smile fades from his answer, his nostril flares, which is a little body language sign of anger. So we're gonna play this back again, and I want to see if you guys can catch it too.
And she used to hit me with a broomstick if I did something wrong.
Where would she hit you?
Wherever it hit.
Okay, so see the squint in his eyes, the sly little smile, and the raised cheekbones. Okay? Watch as it deflates. See that? The flaring of the nostrils. It still, to this day, pisses him off. He still feels that anger, that hatred towards his own mother. Because when his dad wasn't beating him, his mom was, So let's play this back one more time and watch this.
To hit me with a broomstick if I did something wrong.
Where would she hit you?
Wherever it hit.
See that? Both of his nostrils flare open. Alright, so I know we're only 9 minutes into this interview with Richard Kuklinski and the psychiatrist, but it is 45 minutes long, so we kind of want to keep it sweet and short. I'll continue watching through the rest of this interview, see if there's any other important points that I want to show to you guys. Maybe we'll do that in the next week, along with anything else I find along the way. So, we are going to leave this episode off here of Psych Reacts. This has been the interview with the Iceman, aka Richard Kuklinski, and the psychiatrist. If you did watch and enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like down below. Also, let me know your thoughts down in the comments as well. I'll be reading through all of them. I love hearing what you guys have to say. Make sure, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload a brand new video. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!